We're just going to be doing a short stream today. And I'm going to try to talk more during the stream so we don't have too many moments of silence, like awkward pauses, especially for those of you who are going to be watching this after the fact. So, yeah, I think that's one of my main issues with live streaming is I get quiet too often. So let's just keep going. I hope everyone has a great day, great week. So far, I'm having a good one. And we are at 416 watch hours now, so we have less than 3,600 to go. Thank you all for that. Yeah. Oh, thank you for whoever upvoted. We got the music going. I appreciate the upvote, whoever that is. All right, let's look at this. Let's really dive into it. Because good morning. How are you? Hopefully the stickers are getting there soon if they haven't already. Yeah, I know we have some today, so I'm only going to be doing this this morning one for a little bit. Then I'll probably head to the store around 11. $4.16. Okay, so $4.16. Oh, it's still responding. So yeah. Do you guys like to do them all at the same day, or do you guys like to spread them out throughout the week? And I know it also depends on the driver schedule too, but it's I don't want to have a whole mountain of boxes to unload at once, but I also don't want to keep doing it over and over again. It's a trade-off. I see. Oh shit. Yeah. Did I tell you my Home Depot gift card story, Jen? And I actually like made a video about that too. I feel like I feel like we definitely talked about it once or twice. Yeah. Now he behaves himself whenever he comes into the store, because I told him how much he pissed me off when he started throwing the tantrum. But I still get like annoyed when I see him because he still tries to make small talk with me. But I was just like, he even offered. He's like, "Hell, guys, my wife is a great baker. Y'all want some of her cookies?" But see, the thing is, I don't want like I felt I made the mistake of being too friendly with him, like as I am with all the other customers. Like I try to be like a nice guy. I don't want him to like try to rebuild, um, or not rebuild. I want him to try to like think that he's like lowering my guard so he can like try it again. But yeah, he's always uh, like I get pre annoyed like when I see him walking up to the store. I even if he's not about to do anything to piss me off, I just get annoyed when I see him. But that's the part of like customer facing business, right? You're gonna deal with that. Like that's yeah. But see, I didn't know. I don't think he actually noticed, or he might have, um, because he had already been drinking that day. That's why he was acting like that. Because he's the type that comes in like early in the day, buys a couple like shots of 99s, then comes back middle of the day, and then once again in the evening. Usually, lately he's only been coming like twice a day, but normally it's like a 3 day or time a day customer. So he definitely I think he will I think now he's learned I think now he's learned like to not come when he's not in the right state of mind because he could get himself banned and I'm ready to ban him like at a moment's notice. Like all he has to do is just like do one more thing and I would just be like, all right, fuck off, do not come back in here. I mean, he already said he would start taking his business elsewhere anyways. So and then he came back in 24 hours. He did, yeah. Well, like, so here's the first time the first time he tried, asked, he wanted to like exchange store credit. Uh, like he was like, I'm gonna give you guys like $200 in store credit. But here's the thing: if you have Home Depot store credit, he didn't have the gift. He didn't say it was a gift card at that time. But Home Depot makes you like looks at your ID when you try to use Home Depot store credit. Then the second time he came in with the paper, like it looked like a paper like that a gift card was attached to for like $200, and he was just like, "All right, I'm gonna let you hold on to it as collateral. Like, if I don't, it's a $200 gift card. I want to get $10 worth of stuff, and I'll come back tomorrow and pay it." And like the thing, and so it started with him being short like a dollar or two, and we're like, okay, he's a regular. Like we let him slide, or a couple cents short, and we would just grab it from like the little like take a penny, leave a penny thing. Um, that's and I get, but then he started wanting to like he kept wanting to like expect it more. Like he kept wanting the special treatment every time, and I was just I don't like the precedent that's happening. So like, and I told him like, dude, I like to keep like because of the type of product that we sell, we need to keep our inventory and our income like balanced, right? Like it can't be like audits happen all the time. Is oh well, you know, if someone checks, just like they probably won't, and he's just like or like just you know tell him something. I was like, dude, I'm not going through all this shit, putting my license on the line for your broke ass. And then he ended up having to pay with his debit card. He didn't want to use his card because if I use this card, my wife's gonna yell at me, and I'm just I hope she doesn't. But and really like he's like I'm just saying she's gonna and like you know like the other store I don't want to say this, but the other store I'm in town like they helped me out, and I'm just like that's when I was just like one I know if that's true, then the other store is like dealing with more trouble than they should be. Like they're like risking too much for like very little payout. He's like, I go through my bank statements every month and I spend over $1,000 a month here on 99s primarily. And I'm just like, this is Southwest Florida. Yeah. But I'm also like, this is Southwest Florida. I got people dropping twice what you pay in a month in a single week at my store. And they don't try to pay next time. Like I have people coming in the store that have like fuck you money, and they don't like they like look at like the top shelf items, like my allocations. They don't even ask the price. They just say, "Give me that one." And like I and like you know exactly. So like, but the thing is, I guess he's not supposed to be drinking like that often. I know he comes in and buys wine for like his wife, so I guess she's okay with that. But like hard liquor or getting like 3 times a day, like I think she's like not happy with him doing that. That's their business. But and I don't know his wife, but that's their business. And I'm just like, what? I'm not forcing you to buy shit from me, dude. And also, when we have tastings, the people that do tastings are usually like really attractive women, and sometimes like old men that are like bored and need something to keep them occupied because they're retired. Um, I always like a lot of them are like regulars. Like they come in my store. Like I usually when I have a tasting, I have them most of the time. I've told them about him. I'm just like, hey, don't waste your time with this wine. I don't like the way he's inappropriate, like to the woman. Like he makes me feel creepy just watching him interact with them. I can't imagine how they feel. And then two, like the older men, like the older men are usually really knowledgeable, like because they like are like they just like have years of experience, and they also just like actually read up on the product they're promoting. I will give them credit for that. And and he'll like want to try everything, and it'll be usually something really expensive. But I'm just like, dude, like if he comes over, obviously give him a sample because that's what you're here for. But like, don't try to draw his attention. Excuse, hey sir, you want to try something? Because all he does is buy 99s. Like it's, but yeah, like, but you know, so like my mom and my family, they've been business owners throughout my life, and like they're like, hey, you're gonna just deal with people like that. You need to like not let it get to you. They're right. They're right. I absolutely agree. I shouldn't dwell on it, but like I like to make content about it. I feel like, and also I feel like complaining like helps me like let it out, right? So I can be more, so I can like continue to be professional, like when I go back to the store. The thing is, like, when they threaten to take their business somewhere else, chances are the other stores don't really want them either. Yeah. And funny thing is, I didn't even when he came back the next day, like less than 24 hours after that incident happened. Like I let it. I told him. He was like, "Yeah, man, I'm sorry about yesterday." And I told him, like, "Dude, you really pissed me off yesterday. If that happens again, I'm gonna ask you. Like, if you bitch at me again, I'm gonna ask you to start shopping somewhere else." And then he's like, "I wasn't bitching at you," and I was just like, "If I say you were, you were." Um, Now what do you want? And then he came back later that day while we had another tasting, and two of my friends actually stopped by, and I was literally telling them the story about this, and he walks in right then for his second like fix, and he was still irate, and I was like, "Hey, I need to show you something," because I forgot to mention that his dog went to the bathroom on my floor, and I start showing him the video, and so like we saw a puddle after you left yesterday, and he just starts getting all defensive. My dog only pees when she squats. That's not. I was like, wait for the video to finish playing, you jackass. And he's like, man, I don't have time for this, and I'm just like, I just look at him like, you have no right to be annoyed at me. I'm the one that gets to be annoyed at you, and as he said, like I mean, like his dog squat and peed. He stepped through it too. So I think because he stepped on it, he didn't know it wasn't intentional that his dog went to the bathroom and he didn't do anything. Um, but I was like, hey, so you told me you just got that dog. It's a puppy. And also during the tasting, we have more people than normal. So like that's like a crowded environment might like make the dog like kind of stressed. And like I allow dogs in my store, like especially like if they're well trained. Like I got regular dogs all the time that come in, but they're usually well trained. Like don't bring a dog that can't be around other in public in the store. We don't scan IDs. We just read them. But we like I mean I can tell like if it's a fake. I haven't had too many fakes, but we also don't get too many younger people coming in. So like we don't have like a software. Yeah, we just have to do a we like a lot of stores that scan here. That's usually just like company policy or store policy. Well, I think the problem is some people who don't have a driver's license because they like to drink while they're driving. They don't. They might not have them. Some people come in and they only have a passport, which is a valid form of ID. But most like cash registers that have the ID scanner, like most of them don't have like it's set up for anything other than like a driver's like an ID card, right? And not everyone has a passport card. So so yeah, in Florida they do have to see an ID, um, but a visual like, inspection is all that's required. Hey Bree, how are you? What's going on? So, guess I'm talking to somebody who has a liquor store in the town I went to college in. She's in the chat right now. When I went to college, it used to be a dry county, and now it's a lot's changed. But we're talking about the ins and outs of store ownership. How are you? How is the family? But yeah, like when I used to go to college there, we used to have to go to the next county over, like and go to the county line liquor store, which that's what it was called. So I kind of want to go visit Statesboro again, just to see like all that's changed, and I will be stopping by her store. I see. I've been seeing this trend going around where people like record their babies crying. Yeah, but that's the thing though. Like, can your app like actually like whatever program y'all use like can it work with like the passport books? Because I think like some places like if you try to some places like refuse to take passports and like they get into trouble here in Florida. They're like, oh sorry, we can't serve you, and like the thing is like that could be like an international tourist or something, and they're not gonna like one their driver's license from their home country. You might not be able to read it because it's in their language. Two, like a passport like carries more weight when they're abroad than like the driver's license of whatever region of the country they're from, right? So like I've heard good things about Bottles POS. I'm considering switching POS because I'm using NRS right now and I freaking hate it. I um I started using NRS because the guys that helped us get started, they've been working in this industry in this area for a while. They have like 20 stores, actually more than 20 stores. They've been using NRS at most locations. But NRS, because they're such a big company, they treat their customers like shit. Like for example, my display screen, like the side that faces the customer, has been flickering for the past like 4 months. And they said because it was after our warranty that they don't have to replace it. So we're shopping around for. We tried like fixing it ourselves, but it's not something that we managed to do. So we're definitely gonna look for a better provider. Oh, and Bree, when I woke up this morning, I had 416 hours. So I managed to get 40 hours of watch time in one day. I think what happened. I went on TikTok and told people about the contest. That's another. Yeah, keeping inventory is great. That way, especially when you're ordering, because I don't want to keep going and checking the storage room every time. Like I'm with the sales rep, and they're like, oh, do you need more of this? And I'm like, no, because they will sell. They will just to like make their fucking commission. They will like try to unload just more than you need. Oh, and guys, if you guys wouldn't mind liking the stream, that would be awesome. That would be greatly helpful. I need to start getting ready for work soon. Are you at the store right now, Jen? Yeah. So whenever somebody comes in with like a new product that they're trying to get me to take on, I always tell them I'll do it, but I need to have some tastings. You guys need to like help me sell it. Other Because if it just ends up sitting on my shelf, I'm not gonna buy anything ever from you again. Gotta work late. Damn. You guys ever have like pre-work fatigue? Like before you like even before you clock in, you're already tired. I don't get that as much anymore. But when I was working in Atlanta, I would just be like, shit, I'm already drained, and it's only 8:30, and I'm still like in the car on my way to the office. Oh yeah, check out these 3D printed middle fingers I got from the rave. I got so many of them. So, Jen, is your family, if you're still here, is your family? I'm just asking because like the number of viewers keeps changing on my end, so I don't know if people are here or they left or not. But is your family from the Statesboro area? Like, have y'all been there for like a while? I was only there for 4 years. 4 years, four of like the really best years of my life. Pennsylvania. Okay, cool. So CGQ, who was in the chat right now, she and I know each other in real life, but like she's from South Carolina, and we didn't know each other until way after. But while I was at Southern, she was actually like at school near Savannah. Uh, we met way like she lives like in a whole different state now, but and I like so it turns out we were living in the same vicinity at the same time, but just never crossed paths until like years later. It's a small world. My old job used to take me to Pennsylvania all the time. The one I had in Atlanta, I had I had a client for the firm I used to work for that was based in Lancaster, so I would fly into Harrisburg all the time. I actually really like Pennsylvania. It's very scenic. Last time I was there, and this was maybe 2 or 3 years ago, when we went to New Jersey for one of my cousin's weddings, and I'm just like, I'm not wasting money on a fucking plane ticket and like travel expenses and time just to go to New Jersey and back. Like, we're gonna make this trip count. So we decided to go to Niagara Falls, and we ended up driving through PA. And I will say, every moment of that trip we spent outside of New Jersey was great for me. So me and my mom and my grandparents, we went to Niagara Falls. It was our first time seeing the Canadian side. Prior to that, we only saw the American side. And we ended up going through Scranton, Pennsylvania, and I recognized that name from The Office, even though I know it was filmed in California for the most part. I moved. We went downtown, and we got gas while we were there because getting gas in Jersey is a fucking pain in the ass. Because you're not allowed to pump your own gas because I guess their local population isn't smart enough. No worries. Oh, delivery truck is here. Bree, are you still here? I don't know if you knew, but I made you a mod of here. If you saw that blue badge next to your name, because I had given you like mod access a long time ago. Not that you need to do anything right now. I was just letting you know that you had that. Oh man. So today I'm gonna record a video about another category of liquor. I think I'm gonna do moonshine today. We're gonna go through like the old Smokies and the Sugarland Shine and that new one that I just started carrying. We'll see where we're at today. 5.6. I always take reviews with a grain of salt, but if there's a surplus of negative reviews, there might be some truth to it. How much more do you guys have left? Be right back, guys. Okay, I am back. I am back. What? We're at 0.7.